We're going to color correct some dark spots today. So I'm going to be using Saint's Demi color correctors. They're cream formula. When you order the Demi color correctors, they send you a little color wheel because these correctors use color science to cancel unwanted tones. So on the color wheel, you would determine what unwanted tone you're working with and then go straight across the wheel and it will show you what the complementary color is. So which color you need to use to cancel that tone. So you can hold this right up to your skin and match it to the tone that you want to cancel. So like the darkness in my under eye is kind of a blue purple. So I would go directly across the wheel and it will show you that you're going to need kind of that yellowy orange tone to cancel it out. And sometimes when we're seeing redness on the skin, it's actually more of a blue tone that's creating the illusion of the redness. And when it's a sunspot, it's kind of hard to show on the phone camera, but it often will have a little bit of kind of a bluish green undertone to it, kind of a muddiness to it. And that's when you're going to need to use kind of more of a red orange to cancel that out. It is hard to get this to show up on a phone camera, but I'm going to do my best. So I have a kind of a dark sunspot right here. I'm going to use a little bit of this red orange color corrector. And it's just the tiniest amount. And you just add that to the spot. And because these are cream formula, once you add it on there, I kind of let it sit for a second because it warms to the skin tone. And then just kind of pat it in if there's any blending that needs to happen. When you apply these to the dark spot, like the sunspot, try to keep it right on the spot because you won't really see the product if you put it on the dark spot, because when the color of the dark spot and the color corrector join, they cancel each other out. So you're not seeing the dark spot and you're not seeing the product. If you're putting it on an area that doesn't have that undertone that you're trying to correct, you're more likely to see the product, if that makes sense. So when it's a larger spot, I don't know if you can tell, I have these areas that have a lot of darkness. If you can kind of stick to the outside border of that area and then just kind of tap in a little bit of product, it helps to cancel it out. It just kind of disappears it. I have a dark one here on my lip I'm gonna do. And then, I don't know if you can see this little vein. It actually appears kind of a reddish color, but it's more of a blue undertone, so this will cancel it out. And working with this red orange, it kind of has a peachy look to it, which does tend to blend with the skin tone. And I often will have redness from veins right around my nose. I don't do my whole entire face. I just pick out the things that are the most distracting. And then I will usually go in with a little bit of bronzer or a little bit of a main foundation shade, and I use this very fluffy brush. It just picks up the smallest amount of product and just kind of even out the tone without applying much, so it doesn't look like you have any makeup on. And this is my main foundation shade. And I just use it to kind of balance everything out because I have so much of the sun damage, just to kind of even it out a little bit. And if I want to add a little warmth, I use a little bit of bronzer, usually on the high points of the face where you would naturally get a little bit of sun. And sometimes I'll come down the neck a little bit. I try to keep a 50 sunblock on my skin, so a lot of times my face will be a lot lighter than the rest of me. That's why I bring it down a little bit, just to kind of balance that out. And it takes just the tiniest bit. Okay, that's our color correction for today.